The petals unfold just like a flower does. That's pretty exact. That metaphor, that symbol that has been given to us, we perceive that in the various ways that we do as we unfold ourselves. Those who again have awakened the inner senses and their inner recognitions and perceptions, they certainly perceive these things. And there are a number of people in this group field who have those wide-ranging perceptions. So you know that you can tap into your own or other people's and perceive something about the unfolding process of their chakra. You might or might not perceive that as a petal of a flower or that the chakra is in the shape of a lotus. And that doesn't matter at all. These are just perceptions to our mind, and our mind will always use what is the most recognized or the most easiest to recognize. All of that is a translation process in our mind stream. So, having said that, then, the chakra, as it unfolds, as it matures, and therefore as our awareness matures, then the chakra will unfold like a flower, petal by petal. In general, it should be understood that the knowledge tier unfolds before the love tier, which unfolds before the will tier of petals. Is that always the case? Always is a really big word. Is it at least 90% of the case? Yeah, it is. What can confuse or confound the person who's awakening in their senses and doesn't have a lot of either track record or stabilizing within their perceptions is that they might not know how to interpret a current recapitulation of what has already been unfolded within somebody's system in previous lives. And they would interpret it as a new unfolding. So we would need to have the skill to interpret the unfolding of the chakra along with the awareness of the person. And then that would tell us something about if this is actually new, a new petal unfolding. Is it a reinstatement of a recapitulated skill set, awareness, maturation within their awareness, and their expression of being? But simply, the chakra does unfold like a flower. It will unfold even if it's a symbol. If our perception does not perceive it in a flower-like way, but perceives it in some sort of symbolic form, such as a geometry or something like that, then what will probably appear to or perceive, the person will perceive, is that the geometry will either be static or not complete, and then it will be complete but no longer static. That static quality then will take on a sense of movement or a sense of dimensionality, a sense of see-through or translucence, all these kinds of things that again are reporting to our mind stream the awareness that there has been evolution, that there has been unfolding. So for your homework then, your homework is to sit with the chakras to perceive what you can of the petals. The petals, if we want to approach them strictly from a knowledge, love, or will point of view. Very easy. You can go to lots of books. You can do Google searches on the chakras and the petals, and you will probably find information on that. And so that would support you to do it in that very traditional way. Because what I've offered before that about inner, outer, inner, and secret is not traditional. And what I've offered about the veiled nature of the petals and their numbers is not traditional. And again, I don't know how much you'll find about that, the veiling of the numbers. And certainly you won't find anything probably about outer, inner, and secret unless there's some cryptic idea of that within any of the tantras or tantric teachings. I haven't come across it. So this is not coming because I've read it somewhere. For your homework, though, you can sit with a chakra that is one of your dominant chakras, which for everyone will be one of the lower three. All of us have a dominant chakra, if not two of our dominant chakras are lower chakras. That makes sense. We're incarnated. It should make sense. And for almost all of us, the issues that we are still working out as a person and as a personality, the ways that we are largely maturing our personality and our soul infusion processes also are through our lower chakras, especially through the sacral and the solar plexus chakras. So it makes sense that at least one of those, if not both of those, are going to be our primary or dominant chakras. So we would focus on one of them, and then in focusing on it, we would then just hang out with that or observe ourselves through the day. And as we observe ourselves, we would take note of, is it the knowledge, the application, the understanding, the rudimentary nature of certain things that have to do with that chakra. If it's sacral chakra, well, you have your list. I've given 2 lists out, right? They have to do with security, stability, purity, have to do with fundamental duality, masculine, feminine polarities, have not, worry about that, the list. You have your list. So I don't need to repeat that. But you can go to those lists and you can have it forefront in front of you, or read it in the morning and then say to yourself, oh, I'm going to observe my sacral chakra through the day. I'm going to observe myself living my sacral chakra through the day. And as I observe myself, I will come to recognize and notice what kinds of influence, what kinds of acumen that I have with the knowledge that goes with my sacral chakra. The knowledge of have not, the knowledge of the physical plane and making it happen, keeping it pure, neat. That's sacral chakra. Or am I still learning that? And so I live in a cluttered environment, or I live with a lot of things. And I can say whatever I want. As you look behind me, and I have my bookcase, and I have my altar, and I have this tanka, I can say whatever I want about the purposefulness of that. But the fact is, there's a lot of it. So, whether or not one says that that's pure or not pure, that's all sacral chakra. I can say that it has to do with my mind, or that it has to do with my practice, or it has to do with anything else. But the fact is that it's sacral chakra. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? It's not. It's an acknowledgement of what chakra has that be forefront in my life. And then I would think to myself, well, why do I have that there? Why is that important to me? Well, that would be an evaluation of, is it for the knowledge of it? Is it for the utility of it? Does it support my sense of at oneing my fundamental duality of personality and soul, or soul-infusing person and spiritual beingness? Does it support that kind of duality? For you, you would ask whatever you would about duality. It might be the exact same thing I just asked. So you get the point. And you would move up through the tiers, through your day, of that one chakra that you're going to choose, and therefore read the list of qualities or print out a list of qualities from some Google search that you've done, and you're going to do that, hold that forefront in your day, and then the petal structure will kind of make sense to you because you've done a little bit of homework, you've done a little bit of thinking about it ahead of time, and then when you do the homework, yeah, it'll make sense.